Hello YouTube, this is JonTaun from Total Brohammer. Today I'm going to be playing a 2v2 in Total War Warhammer 2. So we got a good old matchup between good versus evil. On my side, I am the High Elves, and my partner here is a fellow YouTuber, Dr. Shil. For my enemies, we're going to be fighting the Skaven and the Dark Elves. So for my front line, I decided to go with 5 White Lions of Trace. I decided to go with 2 Grey Eagles and a print on a Grey Eagle. So this is going to be my little goon squad. At least I'm hoping to use it that way. As you'll see, it doesn't really turn out that way in this game due to my own fault. But the plan is to use those 3 along with, let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can get it. Shield of Thorns, plus 25% weapon damage and plus 22 missile resistance. So we're going to try to goon this lord with those 3 eagles with this on them, as well as throwing an Earthblood on them. So they'll be healing and they'll be doing a lot of damage. It'll be all 3 of them. So besides that, I brought 2 Lothern Seaguard non-shield versions because the Skaven don't have the best range capabilities. So didn't think I need the silver shields. And I brought 3 Spearmen for the backline, as well as 1 Ithelmar Chariot. And for Dr. Shil, he brought 3 Saurus Warriors, a Temple Guard, 2 Skeek Skirmishers, a Bastillodon with Revivification Crystal, a Skink on a Bastillodon, sorry, that's a Stegodon actually, Krotgar on his Carnosaur, and a Feral Connoisseur, along with 1 Skink cohort. For our enemies, the Skaven have a front line of Clan Wrestlers Shields, 2 Poison Wing Globadiers, 2 Storm Vermin, 1 Death Runner, 2 Rat Ogres, a Warlord on a Bonebreaker, a Warp Block Engineer, 2 Warp Lightning Cannons, and 4 Skaven Slave Spears. As for the Dark Elf player, we have a front line of Interspersed Dread Spears and Black Art Corsairs. They have a Death Hag in the backline, definitely looking to do some charioting, and 2 Blackguard and Nagron on the left side. So thankfully for them, they are facing up against the Lizardmen, and these Blackguard and Nagron will do fantastic against them. Speaking of doing fantastic against the Lizardmen, we have 4 Dark Shard of Shields, and these guys are really great at fighting the Lizardmen, and really anybody. They have silver shields, so they're very resistant to enemy missile fire, but they themselves have armor-piercing missiles, and armor-piercing missiles are huge, especially when fighting up against the heavily armored large targets of the lizard. So, with that out of the way, let's get this battle underway. So I'm not gonna lie here, guys. I was pretty spooked by these 2 Warp Lightning Cannons, and you'll see it was for good reason. Those 2 are just gonna start teeing off on my lord here, and I'm gonna start throwing my eagles all around, but they are just very accurate. They're going to take him out pretty quick here. As for Dr. Shil and me, we're just both advancing. The Dark Elf kind of advances and sees that his ally is not going to advance, so he falls back some. Oh, and I forgot to mention, he has some Dark Riders with shields out here. So I'm just going to be throwing my lord left and right, trying to dodge these, but as you'll see, it's just too accurate. And, guys, not going to lie, I'm gonna really mess up with these Grey Eagles here. The Goon Squad is not gonna work. Not because they can't, but because I executed really badly here. So the line's about to clash. The Dark Elf player throws down a pit of shades here. Not terrible, though it'd be a lot better if he had waited for the lines to meet and there to be some close enemy. So I'm just gonna charge into the front line with my Warriors of Trace here. I'm gonna go straight in with my Eagles. Unfortunately, I'll leave off my micro for just a few seconds and my lord is going to get wrecked. And I sent in this eagle too early and popped my Earthblood too early, because my other eagle is way over here. So I just bunked this all up, guys. It's not going to go well for my eagles. They're fighting a Bonebreaker and there's 2 Poison Wing Globadiers in support. This guy is getting massacred. But we are shooting at their Warp Lightning Cannons with our archers, and in this game, Archer Fire can actually destroy the actual cannons themselves. So see, there goes 1 already. Chariots are coming up through the middle, and Dr. Shil is engaging in the front, just trying to get his dinosaurs to goon the enemy lord, Marathi. Was he? I thought someone used an ability. And as you see, my right flank, my center, rather, falls apart. And another missed micro on my part, these Ilfamar chariots. So I just left them in there. This eagle comes back, I'll notice him in a moment. And they get on my caster and my Lowland Sea Guard, so it is really not looking good right now. Dr. Shil over here is just trying to deal with all these red spears and Blackguard Corsairs. And this is really what he needs to do, get into these dark shards. Now Barathi's back, huh? She didn't take any damage from before. This is really, really bad, guys. Dark shards, like I said, armor piercing damage, it's gonna do fantastic. Look at that damage. So our enemies definitely have it when it comes to taking down large units. We were definitely struggling in that regard. So I mismacroed my Ithamar chariots, left them in battle, and they route off. I'm not gonna notice them for quite a while. So rerouting my routed units into battle, and just trying to hold the line here. Casting Shield of Thorns over here just to help my guys last longer. And I finally noticed this eagle's back, so I'm gonna try to use them to get on these Poison Wing Globadiers, I believe. There we go. And we have a really good Flock of Doom from Dr. Shil. So as you can see, Dr. Shil's infantry just got destroyed by the High Elf infantry. I mean, there was just a lot more of it, and their infantry is really cost effective. They can bring a lot of units. So Dr. Shil is trying to take out Marathi here. I don't think he's going to be able to do it at the moment. And I'm trying to get this Warp Lightning Cannon because my archers failed to destroy one of them before they got engaged in melee. Thankfully, Lowland Sea Guard can hold their own in melee, so they are still around. So we're kind of winning on this left flank, I'd say. It's looking really bad right now. A lot of Dr. Shil's army is destroyed. He's got a few big dinosaurs left, and he's almost got Marathi, but the Dark Elves just have a lot left, and they have 4 Dark Shards left still. So those guys are just going to be able to do immense damage if left unchecked. Here comes this Bone Breaker, just casting more spells with my my mage here. And as you can see, the Skaven has a lot of units routing that he needs to reroute. There he goes. Now he sees them. And there goes Marathi. That was cool. The Skinks that I just got on here with some kind of blow darts or something. The equivalent of a machine gun. Or, wow, yeah, the rapid fire. They actually got Marathi, so that's really cool. And he gets Krotgar on this Bone Break over here, and he just saves my butt here, guys. So his army's all shattered, so he's just trying to regroup with me. He has some units rampaging over here, and honestly, all these units, these Blackguard of Nagron, can take them all on. So it's looking really rough right now, but the Skaven are routing, guys, so we do have a chance here. But here come the Dark Elves right in on our tails. As soon as the Skaven pressure lets off, we got the Dark Elves to deal with. So I'm going to chase the Warlord off the field. I can't afford the Skaven to have leadership. And thankfully I was able to get into his Poison Wing Globadiers in melee. So these White Lions of Trace, they are amazing, guys. I mean, especially against Skaven. I mean, they're probably one of the most cost-effective units on the High Elf roster. For 800, their stats are really good. Granted, I would still say that the High Elves are probably the weakest faction in the game so far. Ooh, and look here, we got the Death Hag, and I actually tried to send my Mage of Life after hoping she should just get 1 or 2 hits and finish her off, but Death Hag's stats are too well. Shooting it with arrows, and here comes Krotgar. Now he's down. So I just dropped a life, an Earthblood on these guys, sorry. And I'm having my archer shoot at these Poison Wing Globadiers. We really need to take these guys out. Although they're shooting at small units now, so they're not being as effective as they could be. But he's not really doing anything with his Dark Shards here. It's not. There he goes. He needs to have been focusing these guys the whole time. But he was really not using these as effectively as he could. So it was really close, guys. There's lots of high Dark Elves left. I have a nice pocket right here. Eagle's coming back, and my Life Wizard's coming back. And my Ithamar chariots, I don't know some for a long time. They've been back there, so definitely a lot to improve on my part, guys. But it's a learning experience, a new game. Everything's all new and shiny and distracting. Well, I'm confident I'll get better. I was pretty good at the first game, I'd say. So right now the Dark Elves are having a lot of leadership problems. These Dark Shards are just all gonna rout. We're gonna try to get them off the field. It throws down a block of Doom right here, I believe that is. Yep. Upgraded in fact. So that's gonna do a lot of damage. And we gotta make sure to not let up on these guys. So we've kind of regrouped right here. We got pockets of Dark Elves everywhere. Skaven are pretty much off the field at this point. But we can't let up on these Dark Swords. If they come back and get just a couple volleys in a Crocodile, he's gonna go down. And he still has a fairly large number of Blackguard of Nagarond over here. Let's see how many that is. 57 of them. So that is no joke, guys. Unfortunately for them, though, my White Lions of Trace just lasted forever. I mean, look at these guys. They even still have their martial prowess. They took so little damage. Don't know what they were fighting, but they got really lucky. And we're just gonna scare off the rest of them. Now it's pretty much down to his Blackguard of Nagarond, and we're just gonna set my White Lions of Trace in there. And they'll trade cost effectively with the Blackguard, as they have good armor piercing and good stats. And the Blackguard, although they'll do great against them and will win, are a lot more expensive. And they'll hit above their weight, is what I'm trying to say, against this kind of unit. Finally got my Ithamar chariots back in, and they are really doing a lot of damage too, despite not having armor piercing. And alright guys, that is it. The forces of evil are defeated. So thanks for tuning into that one. Let's look at the breakdown over here. So as you see, we were fighting Skaven, so just hundreds of kills. That's no surprise at all. Lothan Seaguard, they didn't get to fire all too much, but they were useful in taking down their Warp Lightning Cannons. And I didn't really get to show y'all, but they also did quite a bit of damage on his Rat Ogres. So I used my Goon Squad all wrong. I should have just retreated my Prince and my Eagles until I had destroyed those Warp Lightning Cannons. So I will definitely incorporate that into my strategy from now on against the Skaven. But the Dark Elves, they did pretty good all around. Blackheart Corsairs, very cost-effective unit, 80 armor, pretty anti-infantry. Blackguard and Nagarond, another amazing unit, especially against the Lizardmen. He could have used his Dark Shards better. He really needed to focus down on one dinosaur at a time and just destroy them. Let's look at Dr. Shil's forces. His infantry corps really got destroyed. Wow, even these Temple Guard, only 16 kills. But his dinosaurs, they didn't even get that many kills. But their fear and terror was very, very important. As for the Skaven slave spears, they did about as well as you expect. Just fodder there. Clan Rats, same thing there. These guys got quite a few kills. We're probably fighting Leather Seaguard or something. Death Runner's pretty good. Poisonman Globadiers, I didn't get many kills, but they took down my Eagles. And that was really, really strong for them. As well as their Warp Lightning Cannons, same reason. Rat Ogres, they're always a menace. They do very well against Warriors of Trace, though they do need to be supported. So yeah, guys, that was this one. Thank you to Dr. Shil for playing with me. It was a lot of fun, and I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. Thanks for watching. See ya.